Thanks, Britt, for the introduction. Now let's get into some NBA topics. Who is one player you'd like to see added to your favorite team?
Well, I'm happy to jump right off here, Justin, and advocate for my man, Aaron Baines. So my team is the Pacers. I'll be talking later in the show or next episode about why the Pacers are really going to be the dark horse champion as the league year finishes up, that if we are able to finish the year. But I think Aaron Baines is the man the Pacers need for a few key reasons. Number one, the Pacers are doing really well this year. They're fifth in the league. They're always sort of just hanging around there, ready to pounce, ready to make a big move in the playoffs. And really, for a number of years now, they've been building up, right? They got Oladipo a few years ago, Victor Oladipo. Now they're doing a lot better. They're building team cohesion. They're getting points on the floor, but they need a few more guys, strong additions to their bench to come off the bench. To be that solid extra option. And Baines offers that. Baines is a veteran in the league. He's played everywhere, played around the country. He knows a lot about the game. He can also be a great motivator. And, a lot of times I think people come in and they're criticizing him for being sort of unpredictable. But I think that it's time for the Pacers to make that bet. To go with the value proposition that he offers, that he can be a really good rebounder. He can score a lot of points in the paint. And then again, as I was saying, he can be a great motivator and supporter to some of the younger guys in the locker room, on the bench, during practices, and especially during this really fraught time they're living in with COVID-19. So I think he offers a lot. And for him too, it's a good decision in terms of his career, because he's at a point where he's played for a lot of teams. He's nearing the end of his career. He's likely going to be pushed out anyway, and so the Pacers can be sort of a natural home for him to finish out his career, to still have that adulation from the fans, and to finish it off well. So that's who I'm putting my money behind for the Pacers.
Yeah, so it'll be hard to follow up from Mr. Masbach's, great dialogue about Aaron Baines. But my favorite team obviously is Portland Trailblazers, and I'm a big fan of Danilo Gallinari. He is a 31-year-old small forward. He's currently playing for Oklahoma, although he's played for a fair amount of teams around the league. He's played for the Knicks, for Denver, for the Clippers, and now in his first year at OKC. And the reason I really like him is because he is a really good three-point shooter, and I think he would be a great third option for the scoring for the Blazers. So currently right now, the common lineup will have Trevor Ariza at the 3 and Carmelo Anthony at the 4. And I think if we trade for Gallinari, we would probably move Ariza to the 4. The reason that Ariza is doing so well here in Portland is because he's shooting 40% from 3, and he's a good defender. And I think that's exactly what Gallinari could be. Gallinari is shooting 41% from beyond the arc this year. His career is at 39%. He's also a very good free throw shooter at near 90%. And so really, I think he could be a great option to take some of the pressure off of Dame and CJ. He could be that scoring and that kind of a role player on the wing that we've needed for such a long time. And I think he could be, once Nurkic and Zach Collins come back, he could really be that final piece that helps them go and make a really deep push into the playoffs. And so one of the trades that we could potentially make for him is trading Hassan Whiteside and a first-round pick to Oklahoma City for Danilo Gallinari. This could be good for numerous reasons. I think Hassan Whiteside, there are plenty of rumors about Steven Adams leaving the Thunder, so Hassan Whiteside could help fill that role. And as well, I think Gallinari is a 31-year-old. He's, getting close to the end of his career. And so he's playing some of the best basketball of his life. So why not take his prime to Portland, where Dame and CJ are also nearing the end of their primes. So you could take all of their basketball skills together and put together an impressive run into the playoffs.
So my favorite team is the Bucks, and I think that for them to really be a playoff threat, people have been sort of doubting them in recent months. They could really use Davis Bertans. one of the most dynamic parts of their offense last year was Brook Lopez and his three-point shooting, but that's sort of fallen off this year, and he's not shooting under 30% from behind the arc. So I think if they could manage to get Bertans away from the Wizards, who as oh crap, Bertans is 27 years old, and Bradley Beal is probably around the same age. They're not really going anywhere as a franchise. They could move both of them and get maybe some picks from the Bucks. But the thing is, he's very deadly from three. He's mobile. He isn't just a pick and pop big. He can sort of run around screens, which would fit perfectly into Budenholzer's system. The thing that could be kind of a worry for the Bucks is that their defensive rating would drop. Brook Lopez is an all defense NBA all defensive team candidate, but since they had the first defense in the league, taking Brook Lopez out to put him in isn't that much of a worry. So he would provide a dynamic wrinkle in the offense, which is over 40% shooting from a 6'10" big, which is incredible in the NBA. So.